This is Power Talk at the World Islamic Economic Forum Roundtable in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. I'm here with Datuk Ismail Ibrahim, the Chief Executive of Iskandar Regional Development Authority, or IRDA Malaysia. What are your thoughts on Sabah's potential in becoming the next super state corridor, because you have helped transform Iskandar Malaysia as one in Johor in the peninsula?
My earlier thoughts would be, if you're looking at wanting to create a region that is not only economically strong, but a global player indeed, one of the first things you must be able to do is that you should look at the economic region to serve an international market that is greater of your own. You cannot create an economic growth that is only serving your internal market. This is where the revenue or the money coming in. And given that Sabah has got abundance of natural resources, I think Sabah should capitalize on this abundance. And furthermore, Sabah is way ahead of some of its immediate neighbor, and they must capitalize on this. The rest is all about putting the ecosystem in perspective, creating connectivity, building infrastructure, and of course, they need a firm and concrete plan.
But you can see it happening.
I can see it happening. I think if everyone puts their mind together, because Sabah has already got it, it's a matter of putting things in perspective.
But like anything else in Malaysia, people want things yesterday. So do you see that happening in the near future? What must be done immediately, for example, to ensure that at the very least they come to the level of what IRDA has achieved now?
Yeah. My view is that Sabah is not starting from zero. They have already got the ingredients. It's a matter of putting things in perspective, perhaps first by having a long term. In the case of Iskandar, we had our long-term 20-year growth plan, which we call the Comprehensive Development Plan, that needs to be reviewed every 5 or 10 years. But that plan serves as a guide, not only for us, but also for all the other stakeholders, be it the community, be it the government, be it the business community, more importantly. The next bit is actually to build the environment or the ecosystem that would generate interest, especially from potential investors, either from domestic investors or from abroad. The rest is all about creating collaboration and cooperation with all stakeholders. Perhaps Sabah, government to government, must work very closely with the federal government to gain support in order to bring all the necessary resources to build Sabah into being an attractive location for investment. But again, to help this through, we must seek for Sabah to do the engagement. I think events like this is a very important event where you are actually introducing Sabah and at the same time letting the whole world know where Sabah is and where Sabah has got to offer.
There's no choice in that, right? Out of sight is out of mind.
Yes.
Okay. The elephant in the room, New Jakarta as they call it now. How will the shifting of Indonesia's capital to East Kalimantan in Borneo also be strategic, helpful, or a game changer for the profile of getting investments or development or wealth creation to Sabah?
I see with the decision by Indonesia to relocate their capital in Kalimantan, I can immediately see the huge opportunity that Sabah will have. It's a matter of focusing and gearing all our resources to make sure that Sabah will be able not only to leverage, but also to gain that positioning. Definitely, the build-up to the capital will take no less than 20 to 30 years. And in the course of that building and construction, they will need a lot of help.
Yes.
So it's a matter of Sabah reaching out and providing all the necessary resources.
Sometimes people don't see it from the inside, they think, oh, so easy for Iskandar. Just get spill over from Singapore and it's done. But you know that it's not that simple. Sometimes being beside the sun means you get burned, or people don't see you because the sun is too bright, especially when they had lead time and they are far ahead in certain areas. So maybe Neo Jakarta can also be that for Sabah or surrounding areas.
Yes.
If it's not think out strategically, not well thought out, that can also be the magnet that drains every single focus. Just like how Vietnam is now drawing the FDIs away from other ASEAN regions. So do you see it from that perspective
Yes,
too? Giving the example of Iskandar?
Yes, I agree. When Iskandar was first established, the policies at that time was really about protectionism, Malaysia, Johor, as well as Iskandar. So we managed to dismantle it to allow Iskandar to breathe. And at the same time, we see that our neighbor Singapore was also looking at us. And at the end of the day, the thing is about creating synergy. How the advantages that they have, we can leverage upon, and how the advantage that we have, then they in turn will leverage upon. So, as the saying says, if you want to be rich, you have to make your neighbor also rich. Yeah. So, building synergy, and we use that word, which we call co-opetition, which is a combination of cooperation and competition. We do compete from a business perspective, but at the same time, we cooperate to make each and every one of us a lot more prosperous.
Wise words from the person who have led an initiative of regional development in Semenanjung for Sabah to consider as a benchmark with New Jakarta and everything else. Thank you so much, Datuk Ismail Ibrahim, Chief Executive, Iskandar Regional Development Authority. This is Power Talk at the World Islamic Economic Forum Roundtable in Kota Kinabalu 2020.